as Red Cedar Chamber Music, a name they adopted in 1998 when they incorporated. For years, Jan and John had to work as music teachers in order to make ends meet as music performers. Since becoming incorporated, they have found it a lot easier to focus on performing music, giving nearly 100 performances a year.
And the reason that it's become easier is because we have been able to identify and collaborate with a group of people in our community who believe in the mission of Red Cedar Chamber Music, which is to bring chamber music into eastern Iowa and into Cedar Rapids in a lot of places, not just in the concert hall, but into schools and for senior citizens, and to really bring chamber music wherever people are gathered.
Chamber music is usually defined as a small group of musicians performing without a conductor for a small audience. Educating people about chamber music is part of the Red Cedar Chamber Music mission, and 2 to 3 weeks every year, Jan and John do residency work at schools in the Cedar Rapids area, turning young people like those at Polk Elementary onto chamber music.
We really get them very familiar with a piece of music from the inside out, so they understand musical themes, musical rhythms, are able to identify them. And this group of kids took a brand new musical work by Andrew Simpson, which was just written a few weeks before we took it to Polk School, and they wrote a play.
And their dad, the emperor, came out and got mad at Cargall.
All right, that's good.
This play is set in Rome near
It was a wonderful play. They really identified characters and put personalities to them, and were able to really grasp very clearly the composer's intent. One of the characters is rather evil, and without telling them that, they could hear it in the music. So it was very exciting.
Jan and John are also working to bring culture to the cornfields of Iowa as part of a rural outreach program designed by Michael Zoss of Riverside, Iowa.
It's an opportunity to hear true world-class entertainment and at home. And most of the people wouldn't drive to Iowa City. They would feel out of place going to the same concert in Iowa City. But when it's at home, they can sit by their neighbors and they can enjoy it, and they're good audience. Really fine audience. So we can be sophisticated, we just don't have to be urban to be sophisticated. And we can appreciate things. And it doesn't make any difference if we came in a pickup or whether we're dressed up or not. We can be just fine audience materials in small towns.
People come because they want to, and sometimes in really large venues, people come because it's the proper thing to do, to show up at a chamber music event. In smaller communities, they come because they want to, and it's so wonderful to communicate with them, especially in small spaces when they're very close to you, and you can look right into their eyes and talk to them and play to them, and you get a lot back as a performer from that audience.
For over 25 years, Jan and John have been making beautiful music together and have been happy to share the intimacy of their music with others. And while they've toured the world and have played in the finest concert halls, they have always called Iowa home.
I can't think we would find a better place to do what we're doing, which is a combination of making music and also talking about music and relating it to the passion that we have for it. It's just a great place to be all around. We love Iowa and we love the people.